Hi, this is Heather Forbes, and today I want to talk about the missing piece of parenting. That's right, the missing piece that's missing in most of the parenting books out there, the websites, the articles, all the advice that experts are giving to parents on how to control and manage their children. Because these experts and this advice is all coming from a place of developing external controls with our children. Those are things such as taking away privileges, getting leveraged by taking away the Xbox or the Game Boy, sticker charge, bribery type systems. Those types of things, if you think about them, they're external. They're actually very superficial. And for many of our children, they don't work. In fact, they can actually make the behaviors worse than move them into a direction of positive behavior. And so let's talk about the missing piece. Why have we missed this? And what is it? Well, first of all, it is your relationship with your child. The missing piece is your relationship, the influence you have with your child. And think about this. When you were a young child, who was the number one person that you wanted to please out of anybody on this planet? It was probably your parent. Some of us are still looking for approval from our parents as adults, right? I mean, think about that. Are you still looking for approval from your parents? Maybe they've even passed on and you're still looking for approval. You see, this is an innate thing we have as children, is to be able to please our parents and to make a strong connection with them, to have that safety in relationship. So let's use that in our benefit with children. Instead of creating more division between our children, what we have to focus on is creating relationship with our children. Now, this comes down to a very primal need that we have as human beings. In order to survive, we have to be in relationship. We are designed at a physiological, cellular, biological level to be in relationship with one another. If we are not in community, we are not in relationship, you know what happens to us? We die. We don't survive. I mean, if you think about people that are put in prison, what is the number one worst punishment that they can have? Is solitary confinement, because it goes against our nervous system to be alone. One of the best examples, and real quick, is the movie Castaway. If you're familiar with it, Tom Hanks is on an island. He's stranded there by himself, and it was a plane wreck. And he knew in order to survive, instead of building shelter, instead of getting food, what he did very first was create a person. There was this volleyball, and there was a Wilson brand. So he made this volleyball into a person, and he talked to Wilson. That was his name, because he knew that in order to survive, he had to be in relationship. And so taking that primal idea and applying it to our relationship and our connection with our children, think about that. What is more important when your child is resistant about taking out the garbage, when they're resistant about cleaning the dishes or doing the laundry or the putting away the clothes, whatever that chore is or whatever you've asked them to do and they're resistant to that, get focused first on the relationship. Sit down, have a talk, make connection, put the behavior aside for the moment and focus first on the relationship. When you are able to do that, and when you make connection, you know what your child's going to be able to do? They're going to be able to respond to you in a positive way, from a sense of internal motivation, that need to make connection, that desire to make connection. Let's take the stress away, decrease this overwhelm, decrease the fear, and our children have the ability from a very deep, intrinsic, internal place to be able to behave. That's where it comes from, not from external punishment, external rewards. Those are only superficial, and they only last temporarily. And some of you all know that. If you're watching this and you're struggling, this is why they're not working. So go back and focus on the relationship, and I guarantee you'll have a very different outcome in the end.